Good evening, and welcome to the 2020 Dean's Awards for Excellence. As Associate Dean of Faculty Affairs, I am very much looking forward to celebrating some of the amazing people within the Faculty of Arts and Science, from faculty members to staff to standout researchers. Typically, we would be celebrating in person at Loyola, but of course this year we aren't able to do that. But we've come up with the next best thing. La vidéo hommage que nous avons réalisée pour célébrer tous nos lauréats et lauréates ce soir est dédiée à chacun et chacune d'entre vous. I have seen it, and we are all excited to share it with you. We hope that all our viewers will enjoy a few smiles and laughs, and even a few surprises. But I don't want to give anything away. So it is now with great pleasure that I introduce our Faculty Dean, Pascal Sicotte.
Thank you so much, Jill. Welcome, everyone. Bienvenue à tous et à toutes, et merci de vous joindre à nous. I have really been looking forward to tonight. Since becoming Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Science, I have gotten to know and to connect with many of you, although under unusual circumstances. I am so happy to discover the richness of our faculty, its diversity and its strengths. Chaque jour, depuis mon arrivée cet été, je rencontre par Zoom, évidemment, nos professeurs, nos chercheurs, nos membres du personnel, nos leaders académiques, et je réalise le riche terreau que notre environnement offre à nos étudiants et à nos étudiantes. I want to thank all of you for making my first few months as your dean such a rich and rewarding experience. Please allow me to pause for us to reflect on what it means to be here on this land, and to acknowledge that Concordia is located on unceded Indigenous lands. The Kanien'kehá:ka Nation is recognized as the custodians of the lands and the waters on which we gather today. Tiohtià:ke, also known as Montreal, is historically known as a gathering place for many First Nations. It is home to a diverse population of Indigenous and other peoples. As Concordians, we respect the continued connections with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relationships with Indigenous and other peoples within the Montreal community. Vous savez peut-être que nous avons souligné récemment les accomplissements de nos étudiants sous-gradués dans le cadre de notre cérémonie des Scholars Awards. As many of you know, this ceremony honors the highest achieving undergraduate students in our faculty. This virtual celebration was a wonderful moment for us all. And tonight's awards celebrate the other part of our university, our staff, faculty, and researchers. Ces occasions de célébrer sont particulièrement importantes pendant cette pandémie et pendant le confinement qui l'accompagne. During these challenging times, it is so important that we don't forget to take pride in what makes our faculty a remarkable place to be and to work, and to share these moments with our colleagues, even if remotely. For me, the Faculty of Arts and Science is the heart of Concordia, although I admit I may be biased. This is a place where you all shine, allowing us to accomplish our collective mission. As our university's largest faculty, spanning 3 sectors, we are able to work on a large scale to realize our goals. But each unit is also its own distinct entity, making unique contributions to our shared ecosystem. Tonight's honorees span the faculty, speaking to excellence across the board, something we can be proud of. Now, I want to say a few words about each category of honorees. For the faculty members, tonight is an opportunity to acknowledge the impact of your research and of your teaching. Thank you. For our researchers, you are at the cutting edge of your respective fields, and your achievement make us proud. To our staff, you provide the backbone of our faculty. Without you, I would have had a hard time during my first 100 days here. Your presence tonight is a demonstration of how much your units and your colleagues value and depend on you. We have more people who want to congratulate all of you. So now, let me introduce our Vice President of Services and Sustainability, Michael D. Grappa.
Thank you, Pascal. Et merci de l'invitation ainsi que de l'occasion de vous envoyer ce message. C'est un grand plaisir pour moi de prendre part à la célébration de ce soir. As some of you may know, I spent many years at Concordia, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be back. You might think my time as a Concordian began when I started working here, but in fact, I've been part of the community for longer than that. I am a proud graduate of Arts and Science, having completed my BA in Political Science, while also a member of the School of Community and Public Affairs. So tonight really feels like me going back to my roots a little, being able to partake in this evening and honoring your successes in the faculty. These moments are always a highlight for me. And even if everyone is extremely busy, events like this one bring us together to pause, celebrate each other's accomplishments, and appreciate one another's company. I believe that sense of community is a big part of what makes us who we are as Concordians. The Dean's Award celebration is certainly a great occasion to enjoy a moment of festivity heading into the holiday season. And I think this year we have really earned the time off. As Vice President of Services and Sustainability, I particularly want to highlight the staff members being celebrated this evening. Nous sommes très choyés d'avoir des collègues aussi exceptionnels ici à Concordia. Votre travail sans relâche et votre dévouement sont d'importants moteurs qui nous permettent d'accomplir la mission de l'université et d'atteindre de nouveaux sommets. This year, more than ever, the students, the faculty members, and members of the administration have relied on staff members to help our university pivot during an unprecedented global event. And not only did they rise to the challenge, but many went way above and beyond. We are grateful for all of our staff every day, but this year more than ever, our thanks to them is immeasurable. I want to congratulate everyone being recognized and honored this evening in the Faculty of Arts and Science. I look forward to the time, hopefully in the not so distant future, when I can congratulate you in person. Je félicite donc tous les récipiendaires et permettez-moi d'être l'un des premiers à vous souhaiter un très joyeux temps des fêtes. Happy holidays to all. It is now my pleasure to hand things over to our Interim Vice President, Research and Graduate Studies, Paula Wood-Adams. Paula?
Thank you so much, Michael. I'm very happy to join you in applauding the honorees of this year's Dean's Award for Excellence. I want to offer my congratulations to all the winners of the Staff and Faculty Awards tonight. Your dedication and service make us all proud to be Concordians. I would also like to pay special tribute to the researchers we are celebrating. The quality of research that comes out of the Faculty of Arts and Science is always impressive. Just glancing over the list of researchers honored tonight is a testament to your faculty's talent and the sheer breadth of amazing work you are doing across so many disciplines. While the size and scope of your faculty naturally allows for interdisciplinary collaboration, it's also important to remember you all have very strong foundational disciplines that ground your work. This year, the Petro-Canada Young Innovators Award has gone to a faculty member from outside the sciences sector. This is great news. Let's keep pushing those boundaries. Of course, this year has not been what any of us could have imagined back in February. But every single person we are honoring tonight still found ways to excel and to make us all proud. Here's to all of you. It's now my pleasure to hand things over to our interim provost and VP academic, Anne Whitelaw.
Thank you, Paula. Good evening, bonsoir. Merci d'être avec nous. This event holds a lot of importance for the Faculty of Arts and Science, and I'm very happy to be part of this evening, joining with your colleagues to salute your accomplishments. La Faculté des Arts et des Sciences a de nombreuses raisons d'être fière ce soir. So much of what we do at Concordia is focused on our students, but without the staff who work so hard to support our student body and the faculty members who strive to advance research at our university, nothing we do would be possible. As others have mentioned, this has been a year unlike any other, yet none of our honorees tonight have let these challenges slow them down. If anything, you have all upped your game. I want to especially thank all the recipients of tonight's teaching awards. Teaching is such a key component of the work of the university, and you're shining examples of how to do it right. Wherever you may be watching this from tonight, know that your contributions have made a real and positive impact on your faculty and on Concordia as a whole. I hope that you take this moment to enjoy this acknowledgement of your contributions and to take satisfaction in all that you have achieved. Félicitations à vous toutes et à vous tous. Cette soirée vous appartient. It is now my pleasure to introduce our President and Vice Chancellor, Graham Carr.
Merci Anne. Je suis heureux d'être en votre compagnie ce soir afin de célébrer cette occasion très spéciale pour la Faculté des Arts et des Sciences. This awards ceremony highlights so many of the qualities that make the Faculty of Arts and Science shine. I'll start with the winners of the Faculty Awards. You've all been nominated by colleagues who deeply respect your work, and the winners span all three of the faculty sectors, demonstrating excellence across multiple disciplines. Each one of you brings an enormous amount of talent and creativity to our university. David, Prosper, Stephen, Andrea, Natalie, and Robert, I want to personally thank you each for your dedication. Next, the Research Award winners. Sherry, Carolina, Giovanni, Nadia, Liz, Arceli, Elizabeth, Natalie, Ashley, Christopher, Vince, Jane, and Aphrodite, my warmest congratulations. We're all very proud of you. Enfin, je tiens à remercier personnellement les gagnantes des prix décernés aux membres du personnel. Finally, I want to take a moment to personally thank the winners of the staff awards. While our researchers are often the public face of what we do at Concordia, our staff are truly the backbone of this great institution, and we are all very grateful for all you do, and now, more than ever.
Emma?
As a technician in the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry, you've had to work with your colleagues to navigate an unprecedented campus shutdown that rendered access to lab spaces difficult and in some cases impossible. The fact that your department was able to continue offering courses throughout this pandemic is a testament to your hard work and ingenuity. And Martina, what can I say? The School of Irish Studies is truly a jewel at Concordia and respected around the world, and you're a big part of that success. Over the years, the care you've shown to the school's faculty and students has allowed it to become what it is. Thanks to everyone for your hard work and for tuning in. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much, Graham. Now we will start the awards portion of the evening, beginning with the Staff and Faculty Awards. These awards are decided each year by a committee chaired by me, whose selections are then submitted to the Dean for final approval. Les gagnants et les gagnantes ont été nominés par leurs collègues ou, dans certains cas, par des étudiants et étudiantes. Myself and the rest of the committee members have read so many wonderful letters of recommendation, and I can tell you that trying to decide between so many great candidates was really difficult. That being said, the people who were selected were very much deserving of this award and contribute an immense amount to our faculty. All winning faculty members have received $500 towards their research budget, and the winning staff members will receive $500 gift certificates. So without further ado, let's get started. First, Faculty Awards. In the category of Senior Scholar, David Howes, Sociology and Anthropology.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Biddle. I'm speaking to you from Gadigal and Bidjigal Peoples Country, unceded territories of the Eora Nation, also known as Eastern Sydney, Australia, and I am videoing in today to wish my colleague, Professor David Howes, my heartfelt congratulations for his Dean's Award for Excellence. Well done, David, and I hope to see you all very soon. Cheers.
Hello all. It's such a pleasure to be able to be present, albeit virtually, on this great occasion. David, congratulations on your very well-deserved research award. Your body of work is an inspiration to me and to so many others, and I'm so pleased that you're being recognized for your achievements. Savor the moment.
In the category of Mid-Career Scholar, we have two winners. Prosper Dovanan, Economics.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Gonçalves and I'm a professor at McGill University. I'm very happy to be here talking about Prosper. I was his PhD supervisor at the University of Montreal back in 2007, and I've been very lucky to have him as a friend and as a co-author in many papers since then. You can see from his CV that he's been extremely productive. He has published many papers, including in Econometrica and JASA, which are top publications in these fields. So I think this award is fully deserved, and I congratulate you, Prosper.
Bonjour, Prosper. Congratulations for winning the award. It's very well deserved. It's a pleasure to have you around and making Montreal a great research hub for econometrics. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye.
Hi, Prosper, and congratulations to this amazing award. As one of the best econometricians of your generation in Canada, this is extremely well deserved, and I'm so happy that the Dean has recognized your research with this award. So please just keep up your good work, keep publishing, keep securing funding, keep helping and mentoring and supervising our grad students. Terrific news, and congratulations again.
Stephen Yeager, English.
As chair of the English department, I want to congratulate my cherished colleague and fellow medievalist, Dr. Stephen Yeager, for winning the Dean's Award for Excellence in Scholarship Mid-Career category. Stephen, you're a wonderful asset to the English department, and we're so lucky to have you on board. Congratulations again.
Whacked, as they say in Beowulf. Stephen, congratulations on this well-deserved tribute. You're a role model for Concordia students and a great colleague who thinks deeply about complex issues in medieval literary studies. When Chaucer's host teases the bookish clerk, "I troye studi abort some sopheme," I think you're studying some sophism. He was certainly not talking about you. Your studies are important. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Kevin Pask, and I'm delighted to be here, whatever this virtual here actually is, to celebrate my colleague in the English department, Dr. Stephen Yeager, for his reception of the Dean's Award for Academic Excellence. Stephen's recent research offers a new formulation of medieval studies that engages both the long and deep history of the concept of media, challenging the limitations of both medieval studies and media theory. In addition, his newest project, The Global Far North, 500 to 1500, brings the apparently antiquated world of medieval studies into contact with perhaps the most pressing issue of contemporary Canadian society, the status of Indigenous peoples. Stephen's scholarship builds bridges between urgent contemporary issues and the longer-term perspective that helps us to confront them with greater knowledge and understanding. This provides an outstanding example of what the humanities can be. Thanks very much, and congratulations, Stephen.
Hey, Stephen, it's Jason. I just wanted to add to the chorus of praise for you on your receipt of a Dean's Award for Excellence in Scholarship. It's so very deserved. Congratulations.
In the category of Excellence in Teaching, Andrea Hunter, Journalism.
Andrea, congratulations on winning a Dean's Award for Excellence in Teaching. Your dedication to your students and all of the work that you put in to making sure we give the best classes that we possibly can is inspiring and very, very deserving of this recognition. Yay!
Congratulations to Dr. Andrea Hunter on receiving the Dean's Award for Excellence. Dr. Hunter was my MA supervisor during my time at Concordia, and she was a very committed MA supervisor and an extremely engaged instructor. And above all, she always tried her best to serve her students and her academic community in as many ways and as best as she could. Congratulations, Andrea. I'm sending you my best wishes all the way from BC.
Andrea, on behalf of the Department of Journalism, I want to congratulate you on the Teaching Award. It's totally fantastic. I know our students, staff, and faculty in the Dean's Office feel that you really deserve this award. I want to congratulate you and also thank you for all your hard work. You've done amazing helping a new generation of journalists reach new heights and make their dreams come true, basically. I want to say that I've always appreciated your teaching, and I'm really glad you're being recognized for this award. Stay awesome. Well done.
In the category of academic service, we have two winners, Natalie Coritou, Simone de Beauvoir Institute.
Congratulations, Natalie, for this well-deserved service award. You are our rock star and the university's rock star.
Congratulations on this award for excellence in academic service, Natalie. It was my pleasure to support this nomination, which is so well-deserved. It was great to work with you on the major in sexuality studies, and I really appreciate that you kept a space at the table for fine arts throughout. I look forward to many opportunities to work with you again in the future, and all the best.
Robert Panenich, Health Kinesiology and Applied Physiology.
Dear Robert, I join the others in celebrating this great accomplishment of getting the Dean's Award for Excellence in Service. Your superhero exploits as a teacher and academic advisor have already graced the pages of many all-star issues of the department life. Thank you so much for your excellence throughout the years. It's been invaluable. Enjoy.
Congratulations, Robert Panenich, on receiving the Dean's Award of Excellence for your academic service. It was an honor to nominate you and extremely easy to solicit supporting letters from students and colleagues because we all know what a hard worker you are and how deserving you are of this award. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Mr. Panenich. I cannot think of anybody who is more deserving than you of this award. You are so dedicated to your job, so knowledgeable, and right from the first year you build relationships with your students, always ready to help us, and such an integral part of our program. And we are truly lucky to have you as a professor and as an academic advisor, so we are very appreciative of everything you do, and thank you very much. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mr. Panenich. We are extremely grateful to have such a hardworking and supportive academic advisor who goes above and beyond for his students as well as the department. Thank you for the tremendous amount of dedication, effort, and time that you put into helping the students. You have not only shown what it means to be an incredible professor, but also an outstanding academic advisor. Congratulations once again. We appreciate you, your efforts, as well as your valuable contributions to the program.
Congratulations, Mr. Panenich, on your reception of the Dean's Award this year. Thank you so much for everything that you do and the support that you offer to all of the students within the program. Without your advice, your dedication, your devotion, there's no way we would be as successful as we are now. Thank you again for everything that you do. I can't think of anyone who's more deserving of this award than you. Congratulations.
Dear Robert, on behalf of everyone in Health Kinesiology and Applied Physiology, I want to say congratulations for this highly deserved Dean's Award for Excellence in Service. And I want to say thank you, really, for everything you do for our unit, our students, and for us, your colleagues. We are extremely happy for you, as you know, and we will one day celebrate this with charcuterie and wine. Cheers to you.
And now for the staff awards. In the category of excellence in service, we have two winners. Nema Chirwa, Chemistry and Biochemistry.
The department extends its congratulations to Dr. Nema Chirwa, winner of this year's Dean's Award for Excellence in Service by a staff member, which recognizes Dr. Chirwa's outstanding contributions over many years to the development, delivery, and excellence of our biochemistry laboratories. It is her tireless dedication to her work, the program, and the student experience, and perhaps more importantly, the students themselves, that we are proud to recognize. Congratulations, Nema.
Hi, Nema. Congratulations on your award and for everything you've done for our department over the years. This is a very well-deserved recognition. Bravo.
I was so glad when I heard that you had been given this award. Congratulations, you really deserve it. I only wish that we were able to celebrate in person, but because of the current circumstances, this cannot happen for a while. So once things are back to normal, then we're going to celebrate properly, and I just hope that the delay will be worth the wait. So once again, many congratulations. You deserve it.
Congratulations, Neema. It's been a real pleasure working with you over many years, and to see your exceptional contributions to the biochemistry program at Concordia recognized by this award.
Martina Skalkojanis, School of Irish Studies.
Good evening, everybody. We at the School of Irish Studies, the professors, the students, and other staff members are absolutely delighted that Martina Skalkojanis has been awarded the Dean's Award for Excellence by a staff member. We rejoice in this public recognition of what we already know, namely that Martina is the heart and soul of Irish Studies. She is the public face of the school. She possesses its institutional memory. She facilitates the needs of students as they navigate their academic programs. She assists with professors and responds to many inquiries from the general public. Martina's grace, her efficiency, and warm personality are at the heart of the smooth running of the School of Irish Studies and the creation of its warm, welcoming environment. All of us at the school who benefit from Martina's administrative skills and her warm personality congratulate her on this wonderful and well-deserved achievement. Congratulations, Martina, and thank you very, very much.
Congratulations on your Dean's Award, Martina. Thanks for everything you do for us in the School of Irish Studies.
Hi, Martina. I just want to congratulate you sincerely on receiving this wonderful award and to tell you how proud we are of you at the School of Irish Studies. Very often we can get lost in our daily work routines, but I think these awards allow us an opportunity to step back, take a moment to reflect, and to really thank people like yourself who have made our work lives so successful over the years. Not alone are you the institutional memory of the School of Irish Studies at Concordia, you're the first person people meet when they arrive at the school and the last person they meet when they say farewell. So for all your work over the years, Martina, in your own language, let me say a very, very sincere Afaristo.
Hi, Martina. You are the heart and soul of Irish Studies, and I'm so glad that we get a chance to say thank you and that everyone else can know how amazing you are. Well done.
My warmest congratulations to all our winners. It is now my pleasure to introduce my colleague, Patrick Leroux, Associate Dean of Research for the Faculty of Arts and Science. Patrick?
Thank you, Jill. I am very proud to introduce the researchers we are honoring tonight. The Faculty of Arts and Science has so much high caliber research happening all the time, on every front, on every topic. J'ai le plaisir de suivre de près votre travail et avec mon équipe, de vous accompagner et de vous appuyer. Cette occasion nous permet de reconnaître votre succès et les célébrer avec vos collègues et étudiants. All three of our faculty sectors are well represented tonight, which speaks to the scope and diversity of work that is conducted at Concordia. I want to join your students, co-workers, friends, and family in congratulating each and every one of you on your contributions to the Faculty of Arts and Science and to Concordia University. I know that we can look forward to more cutting-edge research from all of you in the years to come. Il me fait plaisir de vous présenter nos chercheurs à l'honneur. En premier lieu, ma collègue en études françaises, Sherry Simon. Dr. Simon is receiving the rarefied recognition of being named Distinguished University Research Professor. Félicitations, Sherry.
Bonjour Sherry, félicitations pour l'obtention du prix Distinguished University Research Professor. Le département d'études françaises en est très fier. Vous êtes un chercheur d'exception à tous les niveaux, dont la renommée rejaillit sur toute l'université. En plus de contribuer de manière inestimable à la culture québécoise et la langue française grâce à vos recherches, vos publications et vos conférences, vous apportez également de précieuses contributions à travers vos activités de supervision et d'encadrement auprès des étudiants. Nous sommes vraiment fiers de vous.
Hi. For much of my research career, I focused on linguistically divided cities. My home city and the inspiration for this research is Montreal, a place marked by shifting relations of tension and attraction. In fact, the more precise source of my fascination with translation, on the ground, so to speak, was my neighborhood, Mile End, long a kind of buffer zone between East and West. Translators became my guide to the movement across languages across the city, in Montreal, and then in other linguistically complex cities like Barcelona, Trieste, and colonial Calcutta. Most recently, I've been thinking about what I call translation sites, places like hotels or markets, bridges or mountaintops, whose stories are conversations across histories and memories, places that remind us that the travel of ideas and conversations across communities and languages inform and enrich everyday life in all cities.
The Faculty of Arts and Science has received the majority of university research awards this year. Congratulations to Assistant Professor Carolina Cambray in Education, who is named Concordia University Research Fellow.
Congratulations to Carolina Cambray, Concordia University Research Fellow.
The three streams of my research program are polymedia literacies, alternative pedagogies and educational policy, and image theory and visual methodologies. Since I began teaching at Concordia in 2016, I've been part of exciting books like Knowings and Knots, Invisibilities, and the Handbook of Image Studies. I'm doing plenty of webinars and talks and editing some special issues in Tier 1 journals like Qualitative Inquiry and Current Sociology. Mediated Interfaces is out now, and another co-edited volume, Visual Pedagogies, will be out in 2021. The biggest ongoing project is the co-authored monograph on the sociology of selfies for Routledge that we've done 2 articles and a book chapter for. All this work has been greatly facilitated by obtaining external funding every year, which is something that's not possible to do alone. And so I have to give huge thanks to Michelle Kaplan, Laurie Dupuis, Julio Sevilla, faculty like Martin French, Rilla Khalid, David Howes, Aaron Manning, Jeremy Stolo, Craig Hetherington, and Bart Simon, who have given me very valuable advice. Thank you so much.
A second Assistant Professor Award goes to Giovanni Rosso in Mathematics and Statistics. He will also be Concordia University Research Fellow.
On behalf of the Department of Mathematics and Statistics, I want to congratulate Giovanni Rosso for receiving the University Research Award for his work in mathematics. Giovanni works in pure mathematics, particularly number theory, where he's done some great work, and it's a real pleasure to see a member of our department recognized for that. So congratulations, Giovanni, from everybody in the department.
Hi everyone. I'm Giovanni Rosso and I'm a mathematician. My specialty is number theory. Number theory is a branch of mathematics that goes back to the ancient Greek and that study equations like x to the n plus y to the n equals z to the n, the famous Fermat equation. Modern number theory lies at the intersection of many different branches of mathematics. In particular, number theorists use analysis, algebra and geometry to study property of this equation. My specialty are modular form, which are functions that satisfy many nice transformation properties. In particular, I consider a different type of number, the p-adic number, and I study how this modular form behave over the space of p-adic numbers.
In the Associate Professor category, also named Concordia University Research Fellow, Nadia Chaudhry from Psychology.
Nadia Chaudhry is an Associate Professor in the Department of Psychology and this year's recipient of the Concordia University Research Award in the Mid-Career category. Her research aims to understand the behavioral neural processes that drive substance abuse, disorders, and relapse. Her current research has identified unique neuromechanisms that underpin the influence of drug-associated contexts and drug-predictive discrete cues on drug-seeking behavior. On behalf of the Department of Psychology, I want to congratulate Nadia on this achievement.
Nadia, it gives me a great pleasure to see you receiving the Dean's Award for Excellence tonight. We share an interest in describing the critical brain mechanisms that underlie the abuse of psychoactive drugs. It is inspiring to watch your original approach, enthusiasm, and dedication to research. Your commitment to the success of your students is incredible. It is a pleasure and a privilege to work with you. Congratulations.
During the past 10 years, it's been my privilege and pleasure to have Nadia Chaudhry as a cherished colleague, an exemplary team player. Nadia has been a far-sighted and enthusiastic research collaborator who has most ably taken on a leadership role. She has provided a sterling example by her wise, dedicated mentorship and support for the many talented students and postdocs she has recruited and trained.
Congratulations, Nadia.
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 I am proud to present this year's Petro-Canada Young Innovators Award, which goes to Aphrodite Salas in journalism.
Aphrodite, I wanted to give you a huge congratulations on behalf of the Department of Journalism. Your Petro-Canada Award, totally amazing, and you deserve it, and you've worked so hard. And I know this research project is going to make some important contributions for a lot of different people. So congratulations again. Well done. Stay awesome.
Over the next 2 years, along with our partners at Indigenous Clean Energy, I will lead a team of Concordia students to document stories of climate leadership in the Inuit community of Inukjuak in northern Quebec, at Heiltsuk First Nation in northern British Columbia, and at the historic Métis community of Île-à-la-Crosse in the boreal forest of northern Saskatchewan. With the engagement of our Indigenous partners, we are rethinking practices of journalism, using media as a pathway to reconciliation. In the process, we are educating students on how to collaborate more effectively with Indigenous communities.
This year, we have the pleasure of welcoming our newest Canada Research Chair in Critical Disability Studies and Media Technologies, Tier 2, Arceli Dokumachi from Communication Studies.
Image description. A person buttoning a shirt. The black and white image shows how the fabric of the shirt is looped and twisted as the person's fingers distort the shirt front's straight lines to push the button through the buttonhole. Photo courtesy of A. Dokumachi. Image description. A light-skinned woman with dark, short hair and dark glasses, wearing a white patterned shirt, red lipstick, and smiling against a dark, turquoise background.
A light-skinned woman with short black hair, wearing a black shirt, is sitting in front of a white wall and talking to the camera. That person happens to be me, the voiceover. Hi, my name is Arceli Dokumachi, and I'm a Canada Research Chair in Critical Disability Studies and Media Technologies. Disability has traditionally been understood as a lack or tragedy, but what if disability is in fact a form of agency and creativity? Through what kind of hacks and tricks must disabled people navigate and negotiate a world that excludes them by design? And what can we learn from the ingenuity of disabled people and their everyday survival tactics? My research investigates these questions through the use of visual ethnography and research creation. As a CRC, I am committed to creating an environment that starts from the premise that not all bodies move, sense, and communicate in normative ways. My CRC seeks to challenge established mindsets and bring about a cultural change where access is not seen as a checklist or a burden, but as an ethical relation and as an act of care.
And crowning our successful University Research Awards, in the Full Professor category, also named Concordia University Research Fellow, Elizabeth Miller in Communication Studies.
As a documentary filmmaker, I use media as a way to connect personal stories to larger social concerns. Collaborative research inspires me. I'm interested in how media can mediate relationships, networks, and power. I use media to bridge relationships, and this is what I've been doing for the last 5 years with Wapakoni, co-leading a film workshop with Indigenous filmmakers. I use media to connect issues such as immigration, gender justice, sustainability, and environmental racism. The Shoreline is an online documentary about rising seas. Swampscapes is a VR project about climate change. And now I'm working on Wasescapes, an augmented bike tour through Montreal. I use media to engage publics. The book that I wrote with Stephen High and Ted Little, Going Public, The Art of Participatory Practice, features the kind of research I'm committed to. Research that is co-creative, interdisciplinary, and that prioritizes relationships and reciprocity.
The faculty is proud to present to you our 4 new Concordia University Research Chairs. First, Elizabeth Fast from Applied Human Sciences, who holds a Tier 2 Concordia University Research Chair in Land-Based Learning and Indigenous Pedagogies.
On behalf of the Department of Applied Human Sciences, I'd like to offer my most sincere congratulations to Dr. Elizabeth Fast for being awarded a Concordia University Research Chair. Bravo, Liz, and continued success with your program of research.
Handshake Yoao, Elizabeth Dishnakashun, St. Francois Xavier Dochin. Hello, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm Métis from Manitoba. As the new Concordia Research Chair in Indigenous Pedagogies and Land-Based Learnings, my hope is to bring more land-based learning opportunities to Concordia students over the next 5 years. Land is Our Teacher is a community-based research project funded through SSHRC that seeks to explore the impact of providing more access to land-based and ceremonial teachings for Indigenous youth that have lacked access to these opportunities. The project is led by an Indigenous Youth and Community Advisory Committee, and over the past 3 years, we have brought together youth with knowledge keepers to engage in teachings about Indigenous medicines, ceremonies, traditional trapping practices, shelter building, powwow dancing, and other arts-based methodologies. This spring, we are thrilled to be working with the local Indigenous community to offer a 1-week for credit course for Indigenous graduate students on the land. Ekosi, that's all for now.
Natalie Phillips from Psychology now holds a Tier 1 Concordia University Research Chair in Sensory Cognitive Health in Aging and Dementia.
Natalie Phillips is a professor in the Department of Psychology and a national leader in the area of cognitive aging. She is currently the Associate Director and a Team Leader in the Canadian Consortium of Neurodegeneration in Aging. And her research is recognized this year by being awarded a Tier 1 Concordia University Research Chair in the area of cognitive sensory health in aging and dementia. This research chair will allow her to continue to pursue how our sensory and cognitive health change with age and the onset of cognitive impairment. On behalf of the Department of Psychology, congratulations, Natalie, on receiving this research chair.
Hi, I'm Natalie Phillips, and I'm a professor in the Department of Psychology and a neuropsychologist. I'm very pleased to have been named the Concordia University Research Chair in Sensory Cognitive Health in Aging and Dementia. Our senses provide crucial knowledge about our world, and they play a very important role in our cognition, in our social relationships and communication, in our health and everyday function, and in our quality of life. Unfortunately, sensory loss is highly prevalent in older adults. My research examines 3 of our important sensory abilities, namely hearing, vision, and our sense of smell, and their relationship to our cognitive abilities. Here are a few examples of the questions my research examines. Why is sensory loss associated with cognitive decline and risk for dementia? What are the brain changes that we see in an older adult who has sensory loss and cognitive loss? And How do we validly and fairly evaluate cognitive function in an older adult who has a sensory loss? My research is highly interdisciplinary and calls on the knowledge and skills of our students and colleagues here at Concordia University and my colleagues in the Canadian Consortium on Neurodegeneration and Aging.
Ashley Howarth from Chemistry and Biochemistry has been awarded the New Scholar Concordia University Research Chair in Metal Organic Frameworks.
The department is extremely proud to see the research prowess and success of one of our young faculty members recognized with the award of a New Scholar CURC. Dr. Howarth's emerging prominence in the field of metal organic frameworks has launched Concordia to the forefront of this exciting field. Congratulations, Ashley.
My research at Concordia focused on the design and synthesis of new metal organic frameworks for applications in municipal wastewater treatment. So the Concordia University Research Chair is basically going to allow me to expand my research into two new branches. So instead of just looking at designing and making these materials for municipal wastewater treatment, where we were looking at how we can make them to remove organic contaminants that are found in water. Now I can hire some new members to my research team, and we're going to start exploring how we can use these materials for the treatment of nuclear waste. So that's a very different type of process, and it requires a very different type of material, different properties. And also branching out to look at using these materials for drug delivery applications. So branching into the biomedical field, basically.
Christopher Brett from Biology now holds the Tier 1 Concordia University Research Chair in Applied Cell Science. In addition to Canada Research Chairs and Concordia University Research Chairs, the faculty is also proud to host endowed chairs such as the following. Vincent Martin from Biology has been awarded an Applied Synthetic Biology Senior Research Chair.
Hello everyone, my name is Vincent Martin and I'm a synthetic biologist. So what does a synthetic biologist do? Well, in essence, we're a lab where we just are not satisfied with what nature has produced or what nature has evolved. Nature has certain objectives and certain goals in directing evolution, and us as a society might have different goals. So in synthetic biology, we move genes around and we artificially evolve and engineer organisms, living organisms, for the benefit of society. So what can we do, or what do we do with these things? I'll give you some simple examples. We can actually modify or engineer microbes to produce the same products that are produced today by the petrochemical industry. So we can build more sustainable, more environmentally friendly processes to make things like plastics or even other polymers that are of high use today. We can make drugs or drug manufacturing. So we can do this by moving the genes that are used in plants, let's say for making certain drugs or certain molecules, move into microorganisms, and then we can brew whatever drug or medication that we want. So in essence, what we do is we look at what evolution has given us, and we look at patterns and designs, and we improve and scale on that process. And hopefully what we do is provide cleaner, more sustainable processes and products for society. And hopefully in the process, we actually make life and society better for everyone. Thank you.
On behalf of the Biology Department, I would like to congratulate all recipients of the Dean's Award for Excellence today. In particular, my special congratulations go to Dr. Chris Brett and Dr. Vincent Martin from the Biology Department for receiving the Excellence Award, celebrating their accomplishments in research and scholarly activities.
Jane McGawkey from Irish Studies has been awarded the Johnson Chair in Quebec and Canadian Irish Studies.
Good evening, everyone. In the Breaking News Department, I'm very delighted to announce that Professor Jane McGawkey has just been appointed to the Johnson Chair in Quebec and Canadian Irish Studies. This is such a well-deserved honor, and so on behalf of all of us at the School of Irish Studies, let me congratulate Jane and wish her every good luck as she enters this new and exciting phase of her career. We are all very confident that Jane will continue the impressive scholarly tradition of Professor Garrodo Alvaron in conducting research on the rich history of the Irish in Quebec and in Canada. Congratulations again, Jane, and good luck.
Hi, my name is Jane McGaughey, and I am the Johnson Chair in Quebec and Canadian Irish Studies. My first research project as Johnson Chair is building on a SSHRC grant that I got in 2019 that looks at the experiences of Irish men and Irish women in Canadian colonial lunatic asylums in the 19th century. It's called Gender, Migration, and Madness. There's an age-old association between being Irish and being mentally ill. It's a stereotype that has been extremely negative and existed for centuries, but it really came to the fore in the mid-19th century during the time of the Great Irish Famine, when hundreds of thousands of Irish men and women were incarcerated around the world at extremely high numbers. No one has yet investigated this here in Canada, and my research looking at the Beauport Lunatic Asylum outside of Quebec City and the quarantine hospital at Grosse-Île is going to break new ground in terms of trying to find out the relationship between ethnicity, gender, medical treatment, and ingrained cultural stereotypes that existed in Lower Canada between the 1840s and the 1860s.
Natasha Blanchette-Cohen from Applied Human Sciences was awarded the Cher Réseau Jeunesse, les parcours vers l'autonomie et l'épanouissement des jeunes dans une société en transformation, volet jeunes issus des Premières Nations et jeunes inuits, from the Fonds de recherche québécois, Société et Culture.
On behalf of the Department of Applied Human Sciences, I'd like to offer my sincere congratulations to Natasha Blanchette-Cohen for her award of a Youth Network Chair. Bravo and continued success with this line of research.
It is my pleasure to share a few words about the Youth Network Chair, La Chaire Réseau Jeunesse, Pathways Towards Youth Autonomy and Fulfillment in a Transforming Society, established in response to the 2030 Quebec Youth Policy. The Indigenous stream of the network, of which I have the honor and responsibility to chair, brings together 22 co-researchers from 9 universities across Quebec, Indigenous youth organizations, and other partners. We focus on education, employment, and well-being. Central to this network is the establishment of a youth advisory committee, research projects that respond to Indigenous organization priorities, a decolonizing approach to knowledge, and creating opportunities for dialogue amongst a diversity of youth, researchers from various disciplines in Anglophone and Francophone universities, and community organizations. Through this co-production of knowledge, we can influence the research and public actions related to Indigenous youth in Quebec.
Again, congratulations to each and every one of you. It will be a pleasure to follow your work and to see you thrive over the next few years. Il me fait maintenant plaisir d'inviter notre doyenne, Pascale Sicotte, à clore notre soirée. Pascale?
Merci, Patrick. I want to thank all of tonight's honorees once again and say how proud we are of all of you. Be well, and once again, congratulations.